Here we go. We got another sparring breakdown video. We got me on the left, I'm Justin, and we have Walter on the right, the blue belt. I've been rolling with my guys today, and I kind of put conditions on the roll, and I said that I will roll nice and light with them, and I'm trying to get them to play at kind of like a faster, more relaxed pace. But the second they start using too much strength or too much power, I'm going to blitz them and submit them right away or pass their guard really quickly, just to kind of discipline them into being more technical, but also keeping a high pace and keep moving. So for some of these guys, it's something I've been working with them on a while, so just trying something a little different to see if we can get some different sort of movement and reaction out of them. Walter's doing a good job staying active and moving. I think one of the biggest things about rolling with someone bigger and stronger than you is you have to stay really active and you got to keep moving. So I really, for these guys, I emphasize a lot of movement from them. They got to keep moving. They can't let me settle into those bad positions. I switch into an armbar real quick, but I give Walter a chance here to kind of escape. I want to see good movement from him. So we see Walter trying to come up into a bridge position, but I kind of lead him into a hitchhiker instead. We see me kind of switch to an omoplata now. I start to lose the arm, but I keep the arm across my hip, and I actually finish with an armbar here. Hard to see from the camera angle, but I did manage to secure that arm across my hip, and I just applied pressure in kind of like a diagonal fashion, and that's where I got my tap. Walter doing a good job looking to control on the outside. I'm going to use those low kind of like butterfly hooks to get angles, but he's not really engaging. So something I'm working on with him, if he doesn't engage in his pass, I just stand up, and then he's kind of forced to wrestle with me. Walter attempting to move into the Delihiva, but I'm just kind of navigating through the guard here. He gave me a real strong push there, like he tried to force it. So I attacked an armbar pretty fast and picked up the submission. So again, like kind of keeping him honest here. I want him to be technical with this roll, so that's why I really upped my speed there and got a quick finish. We'll go back after this video and we'll kind of break down that armbar because that was a nice little arm lock. Again, doing some grip fighting on the feet. I'm always happy to do some stand-up with these guys. I think it's really important in Jiu-Jitsu. We have to work our stand-up. At least having some basic judo and some basic wrestling. I think it's important for like every white and blue belt. I snap him down with the front headlock. Walter just got his weight a little too heavy on top of me. And again, like my role here is not to necessarily like smash Walter. My goal here is to keep him moving and kind of keep him under enough pressure where he can't settle and he can't play too slow. And again, like at the same time, keeping him honest where he's like not using too much strength and using good technique. And I think this is just going to help him kind of get to that next level, you know, like something I'm really focusing on my guys, especially my blue belts right now, is I want to see like kind of them start to evolve into that next point in their grappling where they're really technical and move really well. I think that all starts with like being kind of forced into these roles where the other person is keeping a high pace, maybe a little faster than you're comfortable with. And you're just kind of forced to learn to deal with it in a way that's not too exhausting. So, you know, I'm trying to give him chances to recover his guard, go back to doing some offense. And as long as I feel like it's good technique, I'm going to let him kind of play within those boundaries. Walter looking to attack my arm here. Again, giving these opportunities to try things. It's also important for me too, like I want to transition through as many positions as I can every time I roll. It's how I grow as a black belt, so I need to give him opportunities to try things like arm bars and triangles and sweeps. Again, Walter really tried to kind of force the guard here, so I hit a quick pass on him. And, you know, I'm constantly checking in with him throughout this, so if I get a lot of resistance from him, I'll tell him it's like, we got to relax, we got to go a bit slower. If he's too relaxed, I would be like, you got to move more. I think something white and blue belts have a hard time with sometimes is not understanding relaxing doesn't mean give up. Relaxing is just relax your body more. You're too tense. You're trying to force things too much. And there's always an easier way, a more efficient way in Jiu-Jitsu, and we just need to get in the habit of finding it even when it's not obvious. This was really good right here. I was chatting with him during that transition about not just staying fixated on the cross choke, and he had a really good back take attempt. I picked up a little Darce choke there, but I let it go. I wanted to keep the movement going. Walter does a good job coming up on a single. looking to reverse me now. He starts looking for paper cutter choke. I start to walk away, create some movement. Walter tried to kind of force that transition with me in the finish, so I turned it up on him again. Just put him in some bad positions here. I'm chatting to him now just to kind of remind him to stay relaxed in the transitions. And I give him a chance to kind of keep moving himself. Again, like, Walter's doing good. He's putting a lot of time on the mat. We're constantly seeing improvement. We see Walter sit back here for a little Kimura grip armbar at the end. He did a good job in the drill, so I figured the least I could do in the end is let him get a quick little armbar on me. But yeah, really nice transitions from Walter. Let's go back. Let's go back to it was about the 2-minute mark. We had some nice transitions here. Also, a little bit before this, I think. Yeah, right here. Okay, so yeah, we'll start from the stand-up. Okay, so we see Walter start kind of coming in. He's trying to get some takedowns going now. He's a little far away, and we see him start to transition into his De La Riva. And he's got a good De La Riva hook now. His grip is a little bit shallow. Walter and I have talked about this a little bit. This is like a big focus of his, is getting a deeper lapel grip. I already have control of Walter's foot, so this is going to make things a little bit harder for him to get a lot of his offense going from De La Riva. Walter likes to push on this back leg here. It's going to be hard for him to make that connection with the back foot and kind of get the offense he needs going. So I think he tried to kind of force this position, and this is why I turned it up on him. So yeah, he's already kind of starting to lose his hooks. So you can see that leg is kind of trapped between mine now. And it's right about here. He uses a lot of strength trying to just like bench press me off. So this is where I turn it up on him. I just hit a quick knee cut pass and turn over the head. And you see already I'm looking on that Kimura grip. Let's play a little bit more. Yeah, so those were the Kimura grips coming. When I grab a Kimura grip on the near side, one of the things that's important for me is trying to get my chest behind this arm. I don't want Walter turning in. Luckily for me, Walter's just kind of like direction was facing away, so it's going to make it a little bit easier for me to catch this. But usually I like to keep my chest a little bit lower, so if I'm critiquing my own jiu-jitsu right now, I would like to have my chest back a little bit further at this point in the transition. I'm leaning all my weight towards my right knee, so all my weight's on the right now, and it's going to help me throw this back leg over Walter's head for my armbar. So we'll kind of see that play out here right now. Yeah, and you see me really kind of arc that leg over onto his head. My Kimura grip is still kind of separated from my chest. I like to keep the Kimura grip tight to my chest here, but I think that's part of the reason I didn't get a super clean transition here right near the end. Outside of that, I have good control. Everything else is kind of where I need it to be. Again, I was playing fast, so sometimes you sacrifice some technique when you go fast. And you see Walter try to maybe roll through or try to get some space, but I already got that second leg in, kind of coming across the hip here. It's interesting to see that it's coming in at like a 90-degree angle across this hip. I think I had to cut it through that way, or else he was going to potentially roll out. But again, the head's so secure here. I'm doing a really good job pinning that head down, so it's not really going to go anywhere here. And you see me sliding this arm up. I'm bringing the arm up towards my chest so I can start locking down that arm for the arm bar. Let's see if we can get another little pause here. Yeah, so I just switched to wrist control here, and this is going to be the last bit. You can see Walter ready to tap, and I get the finish. So yeah, like really nice transitions from Walter here. Again, the purpose of this roll was to kind of like keep him moving and keep him active. That was like the purpose. So that's why you saw me like passing a lot, letting him recover his guard. And you know, the goal here was movement. I wanted to see him moving more, moving technical, and moving without strength. You know, not trying to muscle everything. But yeah, really good roll from Walter. I'm constantly seeing improvements in this guy. Really happy to see his commitment to jiu-jitsu. And yeah, I hope you guys like this video. If you guys are enjoying these, make sure to like and subscribe. Feel free to leave comments if you got questions about anything you see. And thank you all for watching.